This time I'm going to switch it up. I'm not going to persuade you guys to watch this video. All I'm going to say is that if you want to learn how to get the best freaking sense on keyboard and mouse, then this is going to be the video for you. I'm literally going to give you a step-by-step instruction guide on what to do to get the best sense for yourself. I've been playing on mouse and keyboard for a while, and I have really good sense across all my games. I find ways not only on Fortnite, but on other games so that my sense is up to par with the meta. I'm going to tell you off the bat that fast sense is a trash way to go about it, and that you should always start low and over time raise your sense from there. I don't have any earnings on this game, but I've been playing for a long time and studying a lot of pros, and I do notice a lot of things that some people don't pick up on. I'm gonna cut through all the BS and tell you fast what the best things to do is. I'm curious to see how this video is gonna perform. Let's get started. The first thing I'm gonna need you to understand is how much mouse pad space you have on your desk here. If I move my keyboard all the way to the left, I probably have about a good 1.5 feet of space here. You should be able to do one swoop and do a complete 360 with your character. So let's say I start here. If I do one swoop, I should end up in kind of the same spot every time. That's not me dragging it across my mouse pad really quickly. That's me going smoothly and steady across the mouse pad. In one swoop, it should be a full 360. Give or take, it could be a little more, but don't go under. That's the starting thing you want to know. I'm not going to be like every other video and go into a deep explanation about what DPI is. If you don't know what DPI is by now, just look it up. If I were you, I would put your DPI to either 800 or 400. And no matter what game you're on, those two are good DPIs to have a starter sense across any game. If you ever think your sense is too fast, you just adjust it in the settings, but know that every single good person, every single pro, they use around 800 or 400 DPI, especially on Fortnite. Maybe other games are a little different, but for a general basics, telling you want to put it to that. There might be some people contradicting me in the comments, but I'm telling you right now that for majority, that's what it is. There's so many people that talk about high and low sense and which one is better across any game. No matter what game you're on, aim is extremely important. I'm sure on that foundation we can all agree. Starting out, make your sense as low as possible. Trust me. Hear me out on this. If you can put your sense to the lowest possible, you will start out at being a really, really good aimer. And if you think about it in terms of progressing and you're in it for the long run, then you're gonna get really good aim. You're not gonna get as frustrated when you miss your shots in the beginning as well, which is extremely important. Pros even do what I'm about to explain to you. They start out on a really, really low sense. They play a couple games, and from there they can build their confidence and get a gist for which sense is good for them. I firmly disagree with the fact that a high sense player is born at the start of the game. That just doesn't make any sense. People who are extremely good at the game build upon their mechanics the more and more they play. So when you bring that to sense, you start out really small so you can get used to the way the game feels when you play, how fast things edit and confirm, and then from there you can slowly increase it. There's essentially a point where if I increase my sense to the max, you're gonna be so focused on trying to build like crazy that you're gonna forget the core mechanics of the game. And for the average person who's picking up sense, they need to know that. So boom, we're in our settings right now. If you have 800 DPI, put it to around 10, I would say 9 to 11. Test the waters and see what works for you. Remember the dragging your mouse across your mouse pad, and if it's one full swoop in the time it takes you to get across the whole thing, then you're good. Because if you're ever trying to track someone slow, you drag it across and you'll know you'll make the whole end of your mouse pad and get a full rotation in. EDPI is the DPI times the sensing game, right? I'm sure we know that. So with that being said, you want to stay around the same number as me, probably within a 10 interval. Notice how the YX sensitivity is a little higher than the X sensitivity. That's because usually, unless you have a crap ton of mouse pad space, you need to be a little faster going up and down. The movements are a little more precise going up and down than dragging from left to right. So that's why your Y sensitivity is a little more. Keep it in a range of about 3 at the lowest to like 7 or 8 at the highest. It's very important to find the balance. All right, so I got a spaz and I have a revolver with a scope in my inventory. I'm gonna explain to you what targeting sensitivity and scope sensitivity is. So your scope sensitivity is what it's like when you aim down with a scope. It has to be a sniper or something with a scope. I mean, it kind of makes sense. So whenever you aim down, you can fly across the screen if it's at 100, and in reverse. And in reverse, if I put it to 1 and I click apply, then it's gonna be so slow and I'm dragging my whole arm across the mouse pad. So in general, I probably keep it around a little more than the middle, maybe 65, 67. It's kind of personal preference. If you're a quick scoper and you're always dealing with people in your face, then you want to make it a little faster. But if you're just trying to get someone from long distance, which usually the case is, you probably want to make it a little lower, maybe like 50, 55, 57 around there. So your targeting sensitivity, if I put it all the way to 1%, I click apply, click back, you could see I'm dragging my thing across my whole whole mouse pad and it's not moving anywhere. Whenever you aim down sights with a gun that doesn't have a scope, that's your targeting sensitivity from left to right. I'm just trying to tell you guys what these things are so you know how to change them. So when I put it to 100 and click apply, it goes mega fast. Complete pro tip, it should feel slower than your actual sensitivity. So if I put mine to around 38, it should be slower than my actual sense. So that way I'll be way more accurate. So a big shotgun tip to hit more shotgun shots is that when you're in a box, let's say, you aim down before you shoot so it slows down and you have more time to hit your shot. It's like a slow motion shot. So that's why your targeting sensitivity should be lower than your actual sense. So if you spin this as fast as you can and then you do it with this, it should feel slower. That's how you hit more shotgun shots. This stuff on the bottom here, the mouse flight, that doesn't matter. That's just completely irrelevant, and so is the last thing below that. I don't think anyone adjusts that, to be honest. I'm telling you right now, if you're new to sense, this is the probably most important video you're gonna watch. You probably go and watch other YouTube videos and be just as lost in a way longer time frame. This is probably gonna be one of the shortest vids I've done in a long time, but that's because I need some of you guys to understand how important this is. Giving you guys quick facts as fast as possible is gonna make it stick in your brain more. With that being said though, if I did say anything that you guys don't agree with, feel free to leave a comment and let's talk about it. I'm a human, I do get some things wrong, but for the most part, I really do think I'm right on this. I'm gonna try and leave quick practice maps down below that will help you with determining your aim and your sense for all that building and shotgun stuff. I know I kind of left you off and didn't give you a specific sense, but I gave you guys everything you need to know to calculate it for yourself. I'm sure all the pros find their own sense themselves. That's how you become cracked, because they find stuff that works for them. If I helped you in any way possible, help me out and drop a like on this video. Don't forget to use my supporter creator code KenBeans in the Fortnite item shop. I love you guys so much. Hope you guys have a great night and a wonderful rest of your day. I'll see you guys in the next video. Deuces. Peace.